Ready?
Butterman.
Buttermints.
Welcome to Rhythm and Pixels. Hello and welcome. This is episode 39-2. We're your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I can't find a better man.
Every week we listen to great video game music from all consoles and all generations. And then every month we record an episode and bring it to you, our great, wonderful listeners.
Yes, we did. I was like, wait a minute. I have a quippy thing to say here.
No,
and I was like, wait, no, I don't.
I was pretty good at describing what we do, right?
I burned it all out on the better man. And then I'm just stuck going like, yes, I too agree with your statement regarding our activities.
Last week we chatted about a lot of stuff.
Random
stuff.
Crazy things.
Which is perfect because today
we're talking about random and crazy things.
Random and crazy things. So there have been joke numbers. And I've thought about this. I've thought about this maybe more than I should have, right? We're due for a new number.
New number?
Yes, right?
A new number.
A new number for high school and junior high kids for when someone says it in passing for whatever context. Everyone can laugh. We have the 420s.
We have the 69s.
We have the 69s. We need it. We were due for a new number. And now we've got one.
Wait, whoa. You were shocked by this. I was like, here's a weird topic. You were like, wait. I was like, something. It was almost like that Simpsons episode, like Poochie, but he was like, you got any idea for any topics? I was like, I'll think about something better later, but 667 came to mind, and you were like, no, we're going with that.
No, it's like, hey, Pernell, I got an idea for a topic. And like, yeah, how about we do 6-7? That's been going around. I'm like, let's see if we can top that. And then like 2 weeks later, hey, welcome to the episode.
6-7.
Our topic is 6-7. So for those of you who work with kids or who have kids who are saying it a lot, I'm sorry, but that's what we're doing today. It's so tangential. We could be doing anything at this point.
Oh, I had an idea for it, and full stop. I actually did have a track that I'm not going to play that was specifically related to 6-7. It was going to be, I'm just going to state what it would have been because I'm not playing it. It would have been Wily Fortress 2 from the first Mega Man. And I was like, 6 robot bosses, but 7 armaments that you can acquire in the game. That seems fitting for that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you got that. What's that?
The magnet beam.
Magnet beam. I couldn't think of the beam. The one that you can jump on, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And it was all glitchy.
And it's the only Mega Man that had 6 robot masters. Even the Game Boy games had more than that. So in your face, people trying to catch me in a loophole. 6 robot masters and 7 armaments. You can't kill anybody with the magnet beam, but guess what? It still comes out of the gun. It counts.
That works really, really well.
And you earn it. So I don't include the mega booster.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong here. There's no meaning. It was like a rapper or like the Twitch streamer just like said it a bunch of times, right? And that's
chances are, because I never did any diving into it.
Okay.
I thought it was dumb when I heard it. And I was like, it'll pass eventually. And then Webster's Dictionary, I believe, named it the word of the year.
They named the number the word of the year.
Yeah, 6-7.
Man, there's something real wrong here.
Yeah, I just let it go.
We just gotta let it go.
If it sells more dictionaries.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care, man. Like at this point, like we're on a podcast where we play video game music from like, hey, this just came out on the PS5, and here's this crazy ass song from the Commodore 64, like in the same like 5 minutes.
And that is,
they can do whatever they want.
And that's fine. The angle that I took with this episode when I was like, 6-7. Here's what I want to do. I went with it. I was with it, and then I wasn't with it anymore.
Yeah. So I thought games with titles that were either silly or just a product of its time or a product of youth culture. So mainly going back to like 90s type stuff, like Radical and all that.
I think it's interesting because you probably got some more like out of left field games. I'm looking forward to seeing what you pick because my games are not out of left field. Mine are very much towing the line. Well, I'll talk about them as they come up, but I chose a whole arc for my stuff.
Yeah, I tend to like get an idea in my head of like what I want to look for or the type of game, and then I'll do searches for either like blogs or people writing about certain games, and then I'll just pull up soundtracks on YouTube or KH Insider. KH Insider.
The fact that that's still around.
It's still around and is such a resource.
And it still has yet to involve Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, it started that way. I'm assuming there's a whole side of that site that I have not looked at that's just Kingdom Hearts related. But just a resource of video game music preservation is and so far it's Domain too, but I haven't been there in a while. I haven't really needed to, but it's just incredible. So to that end, a name that does not mean anything and could mean something. It sounds like it should mean something, but doesn't mean anything. Much like the numbers 6 and 7. Should mean something, but doesn't mean anything. So for the Sega CD, we have music from the game Revengers of Vengeance.
Oh, those mean things. It's just you're revenging some vengeance.
Yeah, you're vengeancing the Revengers.
It's Ouroboros.
Yeah, it's right. It's just kind of a...
It's the vengeance that's revenging itself.
Yeah, it's the revenge of the nerds just eating themselves.
Yeah.
Right. This is on the Sega CD. So the rip that I found, the tracks weren't named, but there was a rip on YouTube where someone had their phone camera and had it up on the screen.
It said bubblegum Slurpee.
And so the audio was bad because it wasn't plugged in. It was just, they were just shooting a video of the screen. So I tried, but they had the track names on those, or at least the titles of the characters, and I couldn't match them with this. So this is an unknown track 14. I think it's like
bubblegum Slurpee.
Epilogue, bubblegum Slurpee music.
Slurpee.
Where do these words come from?
Bubblegum Slurpee.
I love
Webster's Word of the Year, 1994.
94, bubblegum Slurpee.
Bubblegum Slurpee.
That's two
words. Look it up.
I love it.
Do some research. Look it up.
The composers, however, are unknown. We only have the production house, which is Fandango Corporation Limited. So there you go. Mm-hmm. Unknown track 14 from Revengers of Vengeance. Oh, can you feel it, Pernell? It's hot.
Oh, smooth. This actually feels a lot like music I would have heard from like a very early PlayStation or Saturn game.
Yeah.
Potentially late Turbo CD game too. Like,
yeah,
it was that sweet spot era of music for CD.
The Sega CD for me, that's that sweet spot. I like that sound where it's like really cheesy keyboard sounds, but like pre-recorded, you know? Yeah.
Red Book Audio, music that the track would have to stop and then the CD would have to load it again.
Yeah, so I edited this track to loop more naturally because it has a clear point to it, but it just doesn't do it because they didn't have the technology, I guess, to do it that way. So
yep. Like I remember playing like Lunar and stuff like that, and the music would play and it has a definitive end, and then you'd have to listen to the CD and just play the track again.
So this game was also called Battle Fantasy in Japan. It's very anime. Has a lot of anime cutscenes, a lot of voice acting in it, and I don't know if they localized the voice acting in English. I've only saw a Japanese playthrough of it.
I would almost gauge that they might have.
Yeah,
I mean, because remember that was the era where localization was basically hiring the janitor with a Snickers bar to come in and record like 5 lines.
I know, but I mean, like there are a lot of games where there was like voice acting they just took out completely and then replaced it with just text, so they could also alter the story and however they wanted to do it.
That's true. I wondered. Now you got me wondering.
So now it's like, oh, we have to save Hidehiro from the volcano, and they just changed it to, we have to save John from the mall.
Well, as one does with a sword in the night.
Yeah.
get in there and get the slicing. But yeah, like it's funny because I looked at some of the pictures of it when you mentioned it, and it looked on the surface like a game I would totally play. I mean, it had great, classic anime vibes to it. There's like an RPG screen that looks straight out of Ys Book 1. It
does very look Ys-like, the characters do.
Not even Ys, I mean specifically Ys 1. Like the screen looks like the entrance to Asteria. The life bar and experiencing gold is a carbon copy of how it looks on Ys Book 1. It's crazy. And I'm sure they were like, let's just ape that vibe.
I wonder if some of the developers were on that. I mean, it was a Hudson Soft game. But I'm curious if maybe some of the developers from Ys were just happened to be on the same team, or maybe they were just inspired by it.
Possibly. I mean, I kind of want to try it now. I can always emulate it or something.
It's interesting. This is mainly a fighting game with RPG elements where you're walking through towns and going through cutscenes and talking to characters, and then there's sections of the game where you're fighting bosses, but it's like a top-down shooter, which is also weirdly out of place. So it's
my alley.
But from what I've read, it doesn't do the RPG elements well. The fighting game is terrible, and the shooter's really bad.
How do you fail at all of them? You're just supposed to be the jack of the trade.
It didn't do well, but they got the name right. Revengers of Vengeance.
I told you, Ouroboros Conflict.
And I feel like for me, that fits the topic.
I can see that.
It's a nonsense name.
I love how very different angles for this very abstract topic. So I'm approaching it from a different angle. I'm approaching it in the format of, I guess the best way to coin it is that old well-quoted Simpsons reference where he goes, I used to be with it, and then they changed what it was. Now what I was with isn't it. What is it is weird and scary to me. I won't go as far as to say that element.
Okay.
But I will say that I could definitely break that down into sections. And I'm going to start with the old days when I was 110% with it. I had all the Nintendo Power magazines, the Game Fan magazines, diehard Game Fan, no less.
Okay.
Electronic Gaming Monthly, you name it. And I was the guy that people came to say, hey, Pernell, have you heard XYZ? Well, of course I did. Let me go to my lexicon and tell you all about it. So this track comes from one of such games that was with it back in the day, but now no one knows what it is because it doesn't really exist. That is the game Adventure Island.
Oh.
Specifically, the track is from Adventure Island 3. The track title is called Misty Maze. Composers from that game are Hirohiko Takayama and Miyoshi Okuyama. Lots of Yama going on over
What system was this one for?
The NES.
Oh, okay, awesome.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. The Famicom.
Oh, that's because this is
the family computer.
But a Hudson.
The Hasku Desu.
This is Hudson.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've played a Hudson track. You're playing a Hudson track.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because when we want to talk about the old days, we talk about a defunct company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome back. You're listening to Misty Maze from the game Adventure Island 3 from the Nintendo Entertainment System, composed by Hirohiko Takayama and Miyoshi Okuyama. So, the funny thing about this game is that I played the first two games and dabbled in the third, because I never owned any of them. They were always rentals. But many years later, my friend Yosuke introduced me to a game called Rockman 4 Minus Infinity, which was a fan-modded version of Mega Man 4. Way more difficult. But it also had a lot of really cool tweaks and changes, and it officially broke my stance on not bothering with fan-made hacks, because it never really made sense for me to play it. But this game changed that. This track plays during one of the stages of that game. At the time, I didn't even realize it was from another game. But when I did, I was like, "Well, time to go back to Adventure Island."
It does have a little bit of a Mega Man vibe to it. Yeah,
it's bouncy. It's very bouncy. But
it's bouncy, but it is all. I think it's that section right there where there's parts of the song that are Mega Man-y, but like to me, what I feel like what makes a great Mega Man NES track is the fact that there's like a clear verse chorus. Mm-hmm. Like there's like an A section and B section. This is just, I don't know what's happening. It's like, it feels like spaghetti sort of waving around.
It's magic that's happening. This is magical.
I really enjoy this.
So the reason I picked this game specifically for the aspect of the old is that there was a point in time where Hudson Soft was a very, very popular company in Japan and in America. The main character of this game was actually their mascot character.
Yeah.
I can't remember what his original name was.
Something Henry, right?
I'm not going to disagree or agree, 'cause I don't remember. It was something man or something. I don't know. But in America, they called him Master Higgins.
Higgins. Yeah. Henry Higgins.
Henry Higginsworth. I don't know. But like the games they were basically like, it started out as like a rebranding of Wonder Boy.
Takahashi Meijin.
There we go.
Yeah.
So originally this was like a branding, it was like a skin over Wonder Boy for the most part. That's what the first Adventure Island was. People liked it. Many people who played it had no idea what Wonder Boy even was. Second game came along, and that for me was when they really stepped it up, because they added dinosaur buddies. And I was obsessed with the idea of being able to get dinosaurs and selecting the right one for the right stage. And I freaking loved it. Music in these games, of course, are phenomenal. You fast forward to the present, though, there hasn't been an Adventure Island game in decades. Yeah. Hudson Soft is a dead company with a number of their properties being gobbled up mostly by Konami, and they've just sat on them doing nothing with them. It's a sad aspect of history, but I still look back on remembering that period, especially on the TurboGrafx. There was a lot of Hudson games on there. But fantastic games, good music, good company. Bomberman came from these guys, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Bomberman still has games coming out, though, right?
By Konami.
Oh, Konami's got it. I got you.
So it's like, it makes me think about that, where it's like, man, remember Hudson Soft? People are like, what? Like the Hudson Bee? Oh, you mean the Cheerios Bee? No, the Hudson Bee.
The Hudson Bee. I mean, like Hudson, the TurboGrafx was a collaboration between NEC and Hudson.
Yep.
Which is why so many Hudson games were on the system. And NEC made the NEC like computer systems, the
PC-98,
PC-88, PC-98. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, all these things in America, like, it means nothing to us, right? You know, we had our Tandies and Apples and all that stuff.
But in Japan, they were bopping that PC-98 PC number.
Yeah, but NEC was definitely doing all the work. All right, so where am I going to go? All right, so this one.
You're like, where's my arc going here? Here's a wacky
I have a few. I chose a few, and I'm trying to remember why I picked them. This one I know for sure, right? So, about slang.
Slang, huh?
Yeah, we're talking about slang.
Straight bussin'?
New slang, new internet slang, slang that maybe I'm not with anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
speaking of slang, real quick.
Oh, yeah.
So I was at a party last weekend, and my friend...
This is the SNK party?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that there's like a Neo Geo like collectors like group.
And I just found my way into it because I've never collected a single thing from that system. But like, one of the guys brought their kid there. Kid's like 18 or 19 or whatever. And we're talking, and he tries to claim that his generation came up with lock in. Time to lock in. I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You stole it. You stole it. Hey, he's like, you're trying to say you guys have, no, I'm not saying we never stole it. I'll never deny that slang can get stolen from previous generations. I'm saying you're coming into this house with a bunch of old men saying that you created something.
Yeah.
My old man's kicking tendencies kicked in. I was like, no, Locked-In has been around forever and a day.
Yeah, I think so too. But now, here we go. Here's I want to talk about a game that's straight bussin'.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I see this is straight bussin' too. That's hilarious.
And if you want to sit there, and if you're going to raw dog all the N64 games,
That sounds very painful.
my dude, then I have to say,
Just chop it up.
we
and
need
snort
to
it.
play the game Let's Smash.
That's a game.
That's the Japanese title.
Oh, mercy.
In America, they rightfully renamed it, or Western audience, to Center Court Tennis
Tennis
for the N64. But it's Let's Smash, which is why I picked this up.
I'm sorry. I want that title back. I want
do too.
I want to go to the store. Can I get a copy of Let's Smash? No, it's from the children's shelf. Thank you.
So the N64 is the time when I stopped buying video games, really. Like, that's... Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was definitely doing Dreamcast.
You bought PlayStation and Dreamcast for a bit.
Yes, but the N64 is like where I think I fell off. Like, I never had a SNES, a Super Nintendo, and then the N64 I never really did. So, like, I did, like, this. There's a whole world of N64 I just don't know anything about.
There's a whole world of copyright infringement.
It's true. I don't know what any of these things are. This game looks really cool. It's really cute. It's got an amazing soundtrack by Hayato Matsuo. We're going to listen to Street Court, because if there's going to be like a fakey rap sounding track, you know I'm going to pick it.
Oh, you have a track record.
Yeah, I do it. All right,
You have a tennis record.
so let's get Street Pernell.
Oh, break it down now.
Let's hear the urban track by Hayato Matsuo.
Word to your mother.
And we're back. You're listening to music from Let's Smash. This is Center Court Tennis for the N64. This is music called Street Court. Music by Hayato Matsuo.
Doesn't even sound like music I'd hear on an N64.
It is. Oh, I love it, man. I love the sound. I love that fake horn. I love a fake horn for now.
It's good.
It's good. We gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back. Like a Skrillex track. It's gotta be like and then beep, 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 beep,
It's like that audio from when you're at the theater. It's like surround, where's like IMAX or what was the old Dolby Surround?
the THX.
TXX. Like,
Yeah.
the audience is now.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I love the sound. I think I gave my thoughts on slang. Let's just talk about tennis for a second there. Have you played tennis proper?
I've played real tennis poorly, and
Yeah.
I've played video game tennis.
Have you
Plenty
played
of it.
Have you played pickleball yet?
No, I have not.
We gotta get you involved, man.
Are there singles at pickleball?
Yeah, no.
I probably won't play.
It's definitely like an older person couples thing.
And I'm gonna count me out.
You're gonna have to help me out here, Pernell.
He's trying to fix the microphone because he can't accept that my microphone's a free thinker. It's going to go where it wants.
I'm watching you get
I learned by watching you.
get quieter and quieter.
But that's
throughout the
just
episode.
me.
No, that is not you. That's the microphone getting further and further away. And if you get quieter, the microphone's got to get closer.
Bye, microphone, buddy.
It's been 10 years. I'm like, finally, I'm going to vent on Pernell. Pernell, get the microphone closer to your mouth.
The microphone's a free spirit. It does what it wants.
Yeah. It's a microphone. I'm like, but you put a face on it, and now I believe in him.
It's my friend. I call him Tempo.
Tempo. So no pickleball. You have played tennis. Tennis games.
So tennis games, the primary one, of course, was Virtua Tennis and Virtua Tennis 2.
Heck yes.
Yes, played those to death. Then there was the Mario Tennis games that I played more so after Virtua. I recall there being the NES. I played Racket Attack. That was my baby for a while. We got real competitive at that, and it took me years to understand why Zero was referred to as love. And to this fact, I still don't know why they refer to it as love. Like, I could research it, I'm sure, but I continue to be confused because I'm lazy.
I'm sure it's something. It's some
40 love.
Yeah, it's whatever. I have no idea.
I have to tell you, I do not love 40. I did not love 40.
There is. So I played tennis on the NES, like the tennis game. Mm-hmm. Just called the one that was just called tennis.
That would be a reason to not like tennis ever again.
I don't know. It was fun 2-player, so I enjoyed that. And then I don't think I really did anything with it until Virtua Tennis. And because I worked at an arcade, my exposure to that game was the arcade version before it came out on the Dreamcast. And I was like, this rocks.
Yeah.
And then it was like when the Dreamcast came out, it wasn't an early launch title, or like it came out soon after launch. And I was like, we got to get this game. And the soundtrack was
banging.
It's so good. It's so
I still listen to it.
It's incredible. So yeah, that was awesome. And then after that, I never played any of the Mario stuff. So
I still miss the golden age of tennis, though I will admit the local bar, a buddy of mine, has been bringing games out to that, and he's been trying to get that vibe back. But my personal exposure to it was always back in Virtua Tennis 1, when my brother and his best friend used to sit down, and it'd be me and my best friend at the time. We would just have doubles Virtua Tennis matches against each other, yelling. He's like, "Why'd you miss the ball? You screwed up the shot." Like, I didn't know, man. You missed. You're still on your side of the racket court, you loser. But it was very competitive, lots of fun, and the trash talk was splendiferous.
Something about like real tennis is tough. It's really complicated to hit the ball where you want it to go,
and just the energy burn. You're sprinting the whole time,
and it's like golf though, where it's like. It's in real life. It's very challenging, very precise. But in the video game version, it's the simplest video game.
Mm-hmm. Arcadey.
Yeah, it's like one button, maybe two, and because it's so simple, it's that much more competitive.
Actually, the funny thing, it's funny you say that because I feel like it usually boils down to the fact that it should be way more complicated with lobs and volleys and whatnot. But instead, lobs and drops and things like that. But no one ever uses them because they do stick to the simple one button running around.
Well, why not? I mean, that's just the way to do it. Like, maybe you hold it for a lob, maybe you hit it quick for a quick shot. Like, that's just it. That's all you really need.
And that's why I like to fake people out. I'm like, rush the net, and then they have to come rush the net. They try to hit it back to me because they don't think about lobbing it back. I'm like, just smack it right across them because they can't make up the time. It's perfect.
That has got some good video games. How many NES tennis games are there? All I know is there's tennis. You said Racket Attack.
Those are the only two I really knew.
I wonder if there's another one.
I would bet there is.
Yeah.
Probably Smash or Smash Court Tennis or Smash-In or some prep poppy thing. But I only knew of Racket Attack and NES Tennis.
Wow.
Racket Attack was by, I want to say it was Jellico?
Halico.
Oh, no, it's going to be Jellico. I'll never change it. Never. It's Jellico forever. Ninja Gaiden.
What's your next track?
Okay, well, I know Rue would have really liked this track. Him and his buddy Kane from Street Fighter 2. I was like, now I'm just making up mispronunciations.
I was like, oh, yeah.
Well, there was always Gully.
Ryu, Gully. Yeah. Who else would we call it?
I think it was just Ryu and Gully.
Ryu and Gully. I remember our friends called him Gully. I didn't realize you called him Gully too.
No, I didn't call him Gully. I just knew people called him Gully. There was a whole I in there. Why would I call him Gully? If anything, you call him Gwiley or
Gwile.
Gilly. crap. That's why you call him Gilly, because guilty. Guilty is guilty. Guile, Gill-E.
Oh, Gilly, so you call him Gully.
I can see people calling him Gully now because of that, but I don't think they were thinking like that, so they make it this round. Anyway, I'm getting caught off topic with me wanting to discuss mispronunciations in video game history. Rue. Anyway, my next track is going to be from the games that are with it now. That I personally just don't click with. Now, with that said, I'm not saying the game is bad by any means. I'm literally saying it bounced right off of me. And I say this as a guy who I personally believe has kept up with trends despite, because I've been trying not to become my parents. And I think I succeeded at that. I know about too many games in a world with way too many games.
I've thought about this now as a parent. And I feel like I don't have to keep up with this stuff. I just don't have to be judgmental about it.
See, that's the thing. And
that's where I'm going to land.
No, knocking. I agree. You don't have to keep up, but I'm more along the lines of I don't want to stop experiencing new things.
Yes, I think that's good too. Yeah.
And that's the thing. A lot of people don't, because they're like, I'm comfortable knowing what I know and not changing.
Yeah, you don't want to shut it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So this game, I'm shutting out.
That's very healthy. This game is shutting out.
All right. I'm shutting out. I just won't play it, but I'm cool with it. This is from the game Helldivers 2. It's on PlayStation. I know that for a fact. And the track title is called No Diver Left Behind, and it's composed by a very awesome gent, Wilbert Rogate II. Welcome back. You're listening to No Diver Left Behind from the game Helldivers 2 on PlayStation 5, composed by Wilbert Roget II.
Do I need to play the first Helldivers to get the second Helldivers?
They are very different games. I've actually played the first Helldivers. This didn't feel anything like that one. It's funny too, because like I actually got to talk to this guy. He is legit awesome, and he's from this area too.
Roger the second.
Yeah, he actually went to the same school that Matt did, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he's from the PA spot.
Yes, he is.
Eastern PA.
And now this cat's out
Not
here.
that Western PA.
No, he's at the good side of PA.
Good side.
I'm
good
kidding,
side.
because don't kill us, messenger. We like you.
We have the good hockey teams, not the bad hockey.
Oh, he's gonna come for your throat.
I don't know about hockey, man. They play on ice. Who plays on ice?
Hockey people play
You're
on
gonna hurt
ice.
yourself.
Hockey players do that.
You know,
Hockey people. What is wrong with me?
Hockey people play on ice, Pernell.
No, they don't. I'm just weird right now. See, that's what happens when you play games late. You start rambling nonsense like hockey people instead of hockey fans or hockey players. Anyway, the point is, Alex the Messenger is awesome, dude.
He is a great guy.
And he needs to move to Eastern PA.
Where are we going with this? We're talking about Helldivers.
We're talking about Helldivers.
Right.
God, that's content. And the point is, so Helldivers, how I would describe it, I'm not even sure the best way I can because I really stayed that disengaged with it. I want to call it an extraction shooter, and it might be what it is. Because now you do have to go down, you have to hit the surface, complete a mission of some sort, fighting monsters, robots, maybe bugs, I don't know, and eventually you have to get extracted. You have to escape.
You're not extracting other people. You're trying to get yourself out.
Yeah, you are getting extracted once you complete the mission. You have to escape the place. Like there's like an escape the pod and whatever. But on the surface, it seems like a game I should like. Matt loves the game and has talked to me about, you should get into this, Pernell. You might like it. It just bounced off. I didn't even bother to try. If I had to describe what might have done it to me, I think it boils down to one of the many things. The one particular thing that threads a lot of the I'm not with it games these days, which is generally mandatory online multiplayer.
Yeah.
I don't dig it.
And so that's why you're not going to be on this one.
I think so. Which is sad because, I could play it with people. I know actual people that would play it with me, so it's not strangers. It's just still don't want to do it. So, for the most part, it just doesn't click for me. Mandatory solo modes required. Now, it's not that I won't play co-op games. I had a game called PopUcom that is only co-op. You cannot play it alone. And Matt, I got it as a review copy under the condition I could get another person to play. Like, I got a guy. He's on board. Where's Matt? He played just to review it. It became crack. The game is really good. It's essentially a combination of like a third-person shooter and a match 3 puzzler.
Interesting.
And
very interesting.
It really, really works. One player can swap between 2 colors, and the other player can swap between 2 other colors. And you have to use those guns to defeat monsters and solve puzzles, keeping in mind a match 3 mechanic and the occasional need to deal with being the same color to do things or opposite color to do other things. It's really, really good. So, with that said, something about this and another game that will come up very later in the show that I ain't with it. What's with it is weird and scary to me, and that is social interaction with strangers.
Gotcha. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Not online.
Not on the internet.
Not on the internet. Wow. All right, so I'm gonna go, Pernell. We're gonna go. Oh, Pernell, where am I going?
Apparently, you want to go to bed.
No, I've got some good tracks here. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna go chiptune style.
Chippendale Rescue Ranger.
Bad and Rad.
Oh, I know that game.
Skate or Die for the Game Boy. This is the Konami one.
Do you remember why you picked it? Because I am curious. Because I actually know that game.
Oh, because of the slang. Bad and Rad.
Bad.
I mean, who calls stuff bad anymore, man?
Well, Michael Jackson did it.
He did it.
And people still think the song is fantastic.
Right, but we don't say like...
that's so bad.
Yo, did you hear that new... Who's a recent artist? Bad Bunny song? It's bad.
It's kind of weird, too, because bad fell off, but cool stayed on.
Cool stayed on.
Also, it's kind of dumb that both cool and hot refer to the same thing.
Is rad still around anywhere?
I think facetiously. Like, people say it in jest.
Like, I'll be like, oh, that's rad.
Not facetiously. They say it in jest.
Say it's rad.
I mean, it's a word that works, and if you say it, people know what you're talking about.
If you say radical, you'd have to say radical something. Like, he has radical views.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only time people use radical anymore. It's never
Right.
been totally radical. I don't hear it anymore.
Or
Unless
the
it's in
doctor
jest.
says, I'm concerned about the free radicals in your body.
Yeah, that's a great video, a great board game actually. Free radicals.
Free radicals. And then, I think that's it.
Yeah,
That's all-
it's generally
that's all you
radical.
wanna do, yeah.
Basically, the slang version of it is kind of died off. And if you think I'm wrong, let me know. But radical and the actual dictionary definition is still in use.
Yes, that's true. Anyway, but in this terminology, where it was kind of like,
Cowabunga.
yeah, like West
Tubular.
West Coast surfer stuff kind of made it across
Gnarly.
the country here. Although I picked this mainly because
Wing gear, man.
it's got a sick soundtrack. Sick, dude.
Sick as a one.
It's got a rad soundtrack. Stage 4 for the Game Boy. Hidehiro Funauchi. Listen to music from Bad and Rad, the Skate or Die game, Bad and Rad, for the Nintendo Game Boy. This is music by Hidehiro Funauchi, Stage 4. Hidehiro Funauchi did music to Castlevania The Adventure 2, Belmont's Revenge, also on the Game Boy. Also, an astounding soundtrack. Like this, that should have won awards. It should be.
I played that game to death because of the OST.
It has some of my very, very favorite like chiptune classic era music.
Digga digga doo. Digga 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 doo.
Just a
Crystal Castle, Rock Castle. Both of those are really good. I think Plant Castle I remember liking too. In fact, I think Cloud Castle is the only one I didn't really care too much for. Not because it wasn't good, just because I didn't care.
But just like a Konami powerhouse. Like he's got some. He has a really clear understanding of the stereo effects on the Game Boy and like how we can really like give a really strong rhythm to it. So it's really cool.
Like the best track from this game is, to me, I don't even know what the level was, but it's like a level where you're like you're riding from the top down. It's one of those types of levels, and you're pretty much going through like pipelines on the side of a beach, like pretty much California, like those like drainage ditches. And the tide's coming in over and over again, so you're trying not to get caught in the tide. That track is really good. In fact, this game was a lot of fun and very unexpected because if you play the original Skate or Die,
yeah, it's so different.
that was pretty much like a bunch of like events like half pipe and stuff like that.
Well, they're all so different. So the very first Skate or Die, which was like an old DOS game and Commodore 64 game, it was like events. It was like California games and all those other ones where it's just events of things.
And then it's the Search for Double Trouble.
And the Search for Double Trouble, which was like a weird adventure game, which I played to death. I don't know why. I was obsessed with it.
Because you were trying to find the Double Trouble.
I only beat it one time as a kid.
So you only found Trouble.
I only found Trouble. Well, Double Trouble was the name of the half pipe.
Oh.
And there was the search for. It wasn't even the search for. Like half the game was like, oh, I lost the plans. I gotta go find the pages to the thing.
So that's the search. You're trying to find the blueprints for Double Trouble.
And then one of them was, we need to make money to get the permit passed. So I have to get a job at the mall. So you're riding your skateboard around the mall. So yeah, but it was like you had to get upgraded boards. You had to get upgraded weapons. You had to get upgraded moves so that you could actually move around the stages. And it was so challenging, but really different.
But you did it for Rodney Dangerfield.
I did it for Rodney Dangerfield. I always forget that it was kind of like him. His name was Rodney, wasn't it?
No, it was Lester.
Lester, that's right. There's another one. Lester gave you where you could buy skateboards from him, and there was another guy that you could get moves from.
Jester.
Yeah, I remember it was the first move you should get is the Ollie 180. Why
Good
does
memory.
why does it stick in my head? Because he had to be
Because your son.
because it was the only way.
That's why you named him.
I didn't. Well, yeah, I did name my son after my very favorite skateboard trick. Not my favorite poet, Mary Oliver. So the no, because he needed a move that could actually turn you in the opposite direction quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise he'd have to slow down and then turn, and then he could go back the opposite direction.
And that got you killed.
Yeah, so the only way to do it was that. Anyway, wow, incredible music. I've never played this one. I had...
It's fun to emulate, actually. It's got the classic vibe of you have a number of lives, get to the end of a number of stages, and
Yeah.
clear the game.
It's not like the events and stuff like that, right?
That's correct. It's just stages. Some stages are side-scrollers. Others are skating from the top to the bottom.
Yeah,
But they're all good.
on the Game Boy, I had a Tour de Thrash, which was like it was like a half pipe. You're looking at it from behind, and it was like the Sonic 2
Yeah, the mini game.
mini game. Yeah, and it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that one a lot.
Why didn't TNC Surf Designs get multiple sequels?
It only got
LJN was sleeping.
one. It got one.
They actually had a second game?
So there was TNC Surf Designs, which is really odd that.
Thriller Gorilla.
Yeah. So the second one was it was just Thriller Gorilla. It was more like a platformer, like on a skateboard.
I gotta
Just
go
look
look
up.
for
It's
that.
very strange. Yeah, it's like the Thriller with the gorilla. I can't remember.
The Thriller in Manila with the gorilla.
So our next track is from TNC Surf Designs. It's actually yours. What's next?
TNC. No, I wish. So the last track on the normal episodes has to hit the final aspect of this, this arc. You have I'm with it, I'm old and I'm with it. Rather, I'm young and I'm with it. Then I'm old and I'm no longer with it because what I'm with isn't it. And then there's the thing that's timeless, where no matter how old or young you are, it's in and you get it.
Right.
And if you think it's not, don't worry. Another follow-up game will come out to remind you that it's still awesome. I was going to choose a track from Tetris Effect, but like a lot of Lumine's tracks, they're basically like it only really works when you're playing the game and the effects are popping off.
They're adaptive music. So
yeah.
we've tried plating it in the past, but it's always like
Like
however it
Lumine's
comes out,
even.
yeah.
Like even the tracks I like in Lumine's, I'm like, this sounds great, but this sounds better in the game when I'm getting wow. Anyway, this track comes from the game Tetris DS, which was one I played to death when it was new.
we played that to death together. Yeah.
Here. The track title is called Rushed Tetris. It's a short one, but a good one, and it's composed by Minako Hamano and or Akira Fujiwara. Welcome back. You're listening to Anxiety Incarnate, also known as Rushed Tetris from the game Tetris DS from the Nintendo DS. Surprise? No. Composed by Minako Hamano and or Akira Fujiwara. This track,
Yeah, it's too much anxiety. I can't handle it.
it was handled to great effect in the actual game proper. You ever hear, everyone has those moments in gaming where you can only experience it once, and after it's been done, it'll never have that same impact again. Many of them, but some stand out more than others, and I feel that this track does that because throughout the entire game, Tetris DS actually kind of does have an arc that I would think Tetris Effect kind of mimics, in that as you're playing through the game and you're advancing in levels, you go through like different Nintendo properties, and they have Nintendo property style Tetris style remixes to Nintendo property tracks. So you're enjoying it. It's like, oh, here's Balloon Fight, here's Mario,
There's
Metroid.
yeah.
And then you get to a level where you hear this track. I can't pinpoint even now what it's a remix of, if it is. It's very frantic. the game gets very fast.
Yeah.
And you're trying to stay alive. And then, whereas the rest of the game had you playing and then going to another stage, the game decides at this point to loop the levels, but the music doesn't change. It wants you stressed out.
Yeah.
And it wants you to stay stressed out until you inevitably fail. Pieces start falling to the point where they pretty much insta-drop.
Yeah.
But due to the way that pieces could spin in this game, it's probably one of the only Tetrises where I could actively loop the game at least twice before eventually dying. Probably can't anymore because I'm an old man brain. But back then, I was crushing this thing. And I was really good at the versus moves as a result of that too.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I've gotten pretty good since then, but man, it's a challenge playing you.
Oh yeah, I made it
very good at this.
I had one friend in Chicago who makes me want to jump off of a bridge because she's a demon at this game, and I think she probably could stand up to grandmasters. Oh. She's that level of good. If you're listening, Chenny, I'm talking about you. But yeah, Tetris is an eternal product, and now we're at the point where we have Tetris Effect, and they just made Lumines Arise, which also bounces off the idea that originally spearheaded by Tetris Effect. And I don't know where they're going to go from here with it, but I do know that sometime in the future, possibly near future, there will be another Tetris. What was it? Actually, I take that back. There was a Tetris after Tetris Effect. It was that Tetris Museum game they came out with.
Yeah, there was that, and there was Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Yep, I love Puyo Puyo
which
Tetris.
is pretty great. And online Tetris, there's a lot of competitive Tetris players online that are playing like weird custom versions on the computer.
Custom version. Oh yeah, what was the one the Nintendo players that were playing the mod? I don't know if it was modded or just they did something. That's what it was. It was a ROM of Tetris that they were able to work out a kink to let them get past a glitched level or something like that. I'll have to look into it one day because that's been a long time since I read about it. But I remember being really excited when I learned about the kid who was able to play through the level where all the pieces are level variations of the color black. It was like, I'm still going. But
yeah, so I play Tetrio online, which is really good. I can't remember what the other ones are called, but there's a few other like variants that are really popular, but I like that one a lot. There's an online version. There's online play for like versus modes, but there's really nice drop in and play where it's like you climb a tower and as you go up, like your attacks attack other people. It's really nice.
So you use the Tetris pieces to build a structure.
Yeah, it's like you're climbing. It looks the theme is you're climbing a tower. And so, like, the longer you stay in the game, the faster it goes, and the longer you stay in the game, the higher the tower you are. And then the fewer people you're playing against, essentially, and it gets that much more challenging.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I do like that. And I also like the idea of T-spins within the game, and then T-spin, like clearing lines with T-spins, like causing more damage and like doing more points and stuff, which is really cool.
I don't think it did more damage, but I could always go back and check someday. But I know in Tetris DS, I think they did give you bonuses for T-spins. Right. T-spin clears.
That was the first time I saw stuff like that because they allowed you to, when the piece had landed, there was like a time between when it landed when it was locked into place, so you can still spin it. And that allowed for this music playing. The pieces just dropping and are already appearing at the bottom of the screen. I forget what they called it in Tetris Effect, but there's like a name for that mode.
That effect? Huh.
Yeah, there's a name for that mode because there's a bunch of like mini games that I played through. Like, when I play Tetris Effect now, I'm only playing like I don't play through like the story mode proper. I just play like clear 99 lines as fast as you can, like that sort of thing. Okay. And there's one where it's just this. And it's just like how fast can you just get how long? Well, it's not that music, but yeah, it's the Tetris Effect. So it's like
nothing stressful.
It's like Enya,
Relax while
it's
freaking out.
All right, so we're gonna turn this nonsense down, and we're gonna get to the part where we call the bonus round.
Bonus round.
Bonus round. Bonus round is where we play covers and remixes and arrangements on our theme. And I'm just going to play more music because I couldn't think of a good bonus round track, but but this kind of fits. It's a sort of an arranged soundtrack, sort of a sequel-ish remake game. This is Balls, the director's cut. And I picked it because of the title Balls, and I picked it because the track is called Boomer.
People hated this game, and I don't know why. I liked it back then.
You know what? Back then, I would play, if it was a fighting game, I was playing it. I didn't care what it was. So I played Balls to death. I played Clay Fighters to death. It didn't matter. I didn't care. So I remember not liking it still.
Oh.
Because you couldn't tell what was it, like the animation. It was hard to gauge what was happening.
But then you liked Vector Man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because it's a run and gun, you know.
But he's balls.
I'm not trying to block stuff, but he's all balls.
He's all balls.
Vector Man's cool though. Balls with a Z.
That's more balls.
It's more balls.
And they own their identity. They didn't have to go by Vector Man, though I know why the Vector Man was called Vector Man.
I should look up like what enhancements they did on the 3DO, because I'm sure they tried to do something. The music,
probably
however,
audio.
The audio is a huge enhancement. This is music by Kurt Larson, aka Kurt Harland from Information Society. This is the track Boomer. And we're back. This is music from Balls, the director's cut. What the director's cut from the original games? Probably more balls.
From what I read,
yeah.
No, I didn't go deep. It was basically saying, what was it? They added a character being a zombie.
Okay.
And I was right about earlier where I was like, I bet they used better music. And that's what they did.
Definitely did, yeah.
And they basically improved graphics and music.
Good for the balls.
With a Z.
Good for the balls.
But I liked the game back in the day. I mean, I agree with the critiques that people would say where you couldn't really tell the characters apart.
Yeah.
But I knew what they were going for in the era, which was that whole aspect of like just moving like 3D objects around.
Yeah.
And that's why Vector Man came to be so popular, because the gameplay was great, but really Vector Man's gimmick was that he was a series of interconnected balls that also transformed and morphed into other things. And hence vector, measurements and drawing. Anyway, the point I'm making is that Balls, I think, takes a lot of flack that it didn't deserve because it came out during an era where it fit just right for a very brief period of time.
Even during the time it came out, it takes a lot of imagination to enjoy this game.
Which I had. So no shame.
Every character was just a collection.
Colors, different colors.
Spheres.
But they were different colors. And it wasn't just one color. It was multiple colors.
Many colors.
Used to come up with a structure of a person or animal.
That's
you
true.
could be a kangaroo.
There was a kangaroo. And you know what? I don't want to talk about my balls anymore. Pernell, what's up?
Well, we're talking about those bowls with a Z.
Do you have a themed arranged track for us?
I just kind of went double down with. There's games that I am not with. I can't be with it, but maybe I might try someday.
Okay.
And then there's games that I will never be with.
Right.
I'm just done. This is the closest I'm going to come to old man moment. Me and my 56-year-old self. I'm fine. This track comes from the game Fortnite, but I doubled down in the fact that combining it with a air quotes timeless element. In that they recently had a collaboration with The Simpsons, a show that's been around for a good chunk of the entirety of my life.
Yeah, it was the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tracy Ullman show in 1987. They did a collaboration, and right now it's currently going strong. People love it.
We just said that. I was like, Fortnite did a collaboration with Tracy Ullman. Wow.
I wish. If Tracy Ullman was popular, they collaborated. I can tell you that much.
It's Fortnite cross Murphy Brown. Pernell's like, oh, I'm buying this right away.
I guess I got to change my stance. Come on, Corky. Let's take him out. But this is a remix of a cover of the Simpsons theme that was used in the Fortnite trailer.
A remix of the cover that was used in the trailer.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is covered by a person that goes by the name of Stizmask.
You're just gonna send me the link.
Or Stizmask.
And we're gonna play it.
There you go. Welcome back. You're listening to the Simpsons theme covered from... God, let me start over. I'm tired. Anyway, the point is, you're listening to the Simpsons theme covered from the Simpsons theme that was covered on Fortnite. So there you go.
The Simpsons theme covered for Fortnite, remixed by someone else.
That's correct.
Got it.
Yes. That's what happens when you drink Dunkin' shaken
music composed by Danny Elfman.
Nope. Well, the original track was Danny Elfman, yes.
Remixed by somebody for Fortnite.
And then covered by
Stizmask
or Stizmask.
I thought it was fun.
Covered by Rue.
I thought it had a lot of energy.
And Gully.
Thought it was bouncy.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It has a great sound to it. But at the same time, I can also admit that it also ties into my theme in that I don't typically listen to that style of music.
Yeah.
Like, not old manish. It's just more like, it's not my thing. Or at least let me rephrase that. There are variations that can be my thing, just like how I like some country music. Sin Wagon was great. I'll hold on to that. Anyway, point is, I like this track as well. I love The Simpsons. If anybody did not know that by now, what the heck have you been doing?
We do a lot of Simpsons references on this show.
You should know that The Simpsons are loved over here.
All right, well, for more information on the bonus round, please come to rhythmandpixels.com.
Wait.
What?
Fortnite.
I've never played it.
Fortnite. No one has played it except for everyone in the country.
Fortnite.
So, again, I've never played it. The closest I've ever come to really playing it is originally wanting the original release that came out.
Yeah.
When it was going to be a tower defense game or a base defending simulator where you're fighting against zombie hordes, and the game failed miserably. The company says, I got an idea. Let's make it free and charge for cosmetics. And that's how we got to the point.
And make it Battle Royale.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the Battle Royale part, which, if I'm not mistaken, that was the beginning of the Battle Royale subgenre of game.
It was PUBG.
Really?
Yeah, that was the first one.
I forgot about PUBG, which means this is the one that popped. No, PUBG was popular too.
PUBG was so popular at Fortnite. Was like, we got to do that.
We got to do it too.
As far as I remember.
Is PUBG still a thing that people play?
I can't tell you.
God, I got to tell you.
I'm surprised I know any of these things.
This is worth laughing at when I say this, is that I don't think I've ever felt any older than I have or this episode.
What's PUBG even mean? It was like something player
grounds.
Player grounds, yeah. What does it mean?
PUBG.
But cheese.
No, it
what
doesn't.
Does it mean?
Does not mean nothing, dude.
But what does it mean?
Nope. Player Unknown's Battleground.
I was right.
You didn't say Player Unknown.
In my mind.
God. Jesus. I hate everything. That's what it was standing for, was Player Unknown. I hate everything. Cut the commercial.
No, we were already recording. Welcome back.
Ah, Jesus. You got people hearing me swear.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us on episode 39-2. I wrote down 6-7 next to 39-2, so every time I say it, I have to slow down, not to say 36-7.
Gotta do the math.
Gotta do the mental math here. We're going out on music from Nickelodeon Guts.
Guts!
Because,
do you have them?
Guts! Because youth culture, everybody.
Now, first of all, every kid in the 90s wanted more than anything to be on Guts and run the aggro crag. Also Nick Arcade. But I really want to run the aggro crag.
That's because everyone watching Nick Arcade was screaming at their TVs like, what are you doing?
You kids are terrible at this.
Yeah, because they didn't get kids who knew how to play video games. They got kids who were just like, they happened to be there. And they're like, yeah, get on the show.
It almost makes you wonder if they actually had the studio audience selection process and they sat them down to play and they specifically chose the kids with the worst scores. I always assumed
it was like families that were already at Universal Studios and they were like, hey, we can get them on the show. And they just put them on the show.
That does make sense. Like, you could probably have families waiting outside the studios. Like, look, if you wait here at this time, they'll come out and choose 3 families or something.
Yeah, and they'll bring you in. And they're like, oh, great, you're going to be on a game show. What are you doing? I'm playing video games. Like, I don't know any of these games. Okay, let's go.
Easy money.
What am I doing today? Carmen Sandiego. Do you know the capitals of the country? No, I don't know anything.
I don't think they've ever featured Carmen Sandiego on Nick Arcade.
No, but it's another show where like the kids go on, and I'm like, the kids are dumb.
Oh no, I'm not going to hate those kids. I was dumb.
Yeah.
And I love reading maps, and I was like, how are you supposed to win this crap? Yeah. I'm a child, not a historian.
I've never seen a kid win one of those once. I loved that show.
The cartoon was really good. It was better than it had any business being.
Oh, that's right. There was a newer cartoon, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was 2 detectives from the Acme Detective Agency that were trying to hunt Carmen Sandiego down.
That's awesome. Yeah,
these are the things I remember.
I put it on and I never. This is newer one, right? It came out recently.
No, it was like in the 90s.
Okay, there was one that came out recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Same theme?
I think so.
Or premise, rather?
I think so. No. I don't know. It followed No, it was on Netflix. It followed Carmen Sandiego.
So it was her. She was the protagonist.
She was the protagonist, and I think she was fighting crime.
No, that doesn't sound right.
No, yeah, that sounds right.
I'm going to look this up.
She accidentally, I don't know.
Player Unknown Battlegrounds.
She turned into a Simpsons character. Yeah, I don't quite remember all of it, but it was a Netflix show for a while. I'm pretty sure. You looking it up right now.
Yeah, I am. But at the same time, it doesn't matter because
I'm going to catch you off guard because for more information on the show, please go to the website.
www.rhythmandpixels.com.
And to get in contact with us to let us know that, if you wanted to know more about the Aggro Crag in Carmen Sandiego, you would have looked it up on Wikipedia. Pernell's got me in the face.
The heck?
Send us
Gina Rodriguez as Carmen Sandiego.
There you go.
Titular female returns in the series that follows her international capers, as well as past escapades that led to her becoming a super thief. I wonder if they still quiz the viewer every episode.
I don't know. I started watching it and I was like, I can't do this. This is not for me.
I have to try.
For more, if you want to talk to us, if you have a show suggestion, an episode suggestion, if you want tips on how to beat Carmen Sandiego on your PC,
you're talking to the wrong team.
Send us an email. We'll figure it out.
rhythmandpixels@hotmail.com.
If you want to also get involved with us, you can go to get involved with us. If you want to get involved with the show, you can go to Discord. On the top of our website, there's a link to our Discord. You can check out there. We're not going to blow up your inbox. We're pretty chill. We just kind of chat for a little while about games and not a whole lot. The episodes.
It's been a little quiet lately, but that's also partly because I suck at being on the internet lately. But I'm trying to switch that by getting sleep.
I lurk in my own Discord server.
Well, I respond to stuff sometimes. It's just
I get in there. We'll mix it up. Anyway, if you come in and say hi, I'll definitely come in and chat with you and see what's up.
And if you talk about playing a video game and have some details about it, I'm all about that.
If you it's like a Nintendo helpline in there. If you need help, Pernell's got your back.
That's not a lie, actually.
And what else? Yeah, we have a YouTube radio station, youtube.com/rhythmandpixels. That's really cool. It's nothing but 8-bit and 16-bit classics and deep cuts. It's a curated list of music, actually, from me and Pernell. We did have to get rid of anything that was Squaresoft or Enix because they were not cool with us doing that on there for some reason. Go figure.
Try to make that money off their old music from the 80s, I guess.
And also, if you would like to support the show, go to patreon.com/rhythmandpixels. As a member there, you get to help us out. And you get some cool stuff like t-shirts and mugs and stickers at the higher levels. And we also like to thank all of our members. So I want to thank, at the top of the list, Christopher Shenstrom and Khalid. Thank you both so much. We want to thank Ulf Person, Kristen GameFan44, Brian Pitt, Carlos, Kung Fu Carlito of the Heroes 3 podcast. Thank you so much. Cameron Worma, Steve Miller, Reinhard Silkova, David Taylor, Harold Howard, Taco, Justin Schneider, host of the XVGM radio podcast.
Hopefully your charity stream went well.
Yeah.
It'll have happened by the time this episode hits the airwaves.
Thank you to Chris Weisner, a.k.a. Musashi219.
The wise guy still.
Thank you to Rage Cage, and host of the VGM Emporium. Is that still?
No, I don't think he's done it. I think he stopped doing it.
Yeah. Thank you to Enchilada Regol. Thank you to Martyrus, host of the Re-VGM podcast.
He's still doing it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you to Zach Thornbach, Antmaster, David Good, Kitty Sparks, Leslie Picadillo, Joe Vasallo, and many more. Thank you all so much for supporting our show. We do really appreciate it.
We've been at this for a long time.
I actually had a lot of stuff planned for this month until I got sick, and my wife got sick, and my kid got sick. So we've got some interesting things planned over the next month. And for our 10-year anniversary, we got to do something. I need some help.
Cake.
We'll make a cake and we'll put it online, and you can eat it online.
Digital consumption.
Yeah, well, that thing where people like video themselves eating a whole lot of food.
There it is.
We'll move into that.
It'd be nice if we could think of a giveaway.
Yeah, we'll give you a cake.
Well, I don't think you can really. I'm not going to mail a cake. I'd rather just give away something. But we have to come up with a gimmick or whatever. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it all out. Everyone, thank you so much for listening to the show. It's Rhythm and Pixels. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell.
Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
And remember, age ain't nothing but a number. But your body still can feel like crap. But I digress. The point is, old, young, Don't let that be the barrier that prevents you from experiencing new things and sharing experiences and hobbies with others who may share passions with you, or may be able to introduce you to passions that you yourself did not know were within your reach. Just be open to new experiences and things with people, regardless of the age gap. Legally.